Hey there everyone, it's Carrie with Any Day Blessings, and I'm sorry about the focus with the camera. I don't know what it's doing. I've done a couple takes and tried to fix it, but I'm going to be going in and out here, I think, a little bit today. Sorry. But I'm going to do an unboxing video for you today. That's one of the many fun homeschool related things I do here on my YouTube channel. If you're new to finding me here, this channel is mostly about homeschool things, with a few videos sprinkled in here and there related to frugal living and thankful living. If those two things interest you more, you can find those more on my blog, Instagram, and Facebook. But here on the YouTube channel, it's mostly homeschool stuff. So I am going to hop into this unboxing. I just got a couple boxes in from Masterbooks, and I will show you all the goodies that I got. But first, I wanted to show you I wanted to share with you my top 3 reasons for choosing Masterbooks in the first place. I came across Masterbooks about 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in March or April that I first discovered them. And I was looking for 3 very specific things. And I could find 1 or 2 of these things in another company. But Masterbooks was the only place where I found all 3 of these distinctives, I guess you could say. So I call this the Masterbooks trifecta, and these are my top 3 reasons for choosing to use them in our homeschool and for happily recommending them to you all here, and why I share them all here. Masterbooks videos are by far my biggest watched videos, so I know that you all love them too. And I'm just going to share with you my top 3 reasons real quick and then head into the unboxing. Number 1, Masterbooks is incredibly affordable. And considering the fact that so many homeschool families have had one parent leave the workforce to come home and oversee the education of the children, that affordability is key. It's key in our house. We are a one-income home here. I do several side things at home here to help out a little bit, but it's not a full-time income, and it certainly doesn't replace the income that I left to come home. So the fact that Masterbooks is so affordable is a real blessing to us, and that's one. These really aren't in any order, but that's one of my top 3 reasons for choosing them. Another reason is that it is written directly to the homeschooler with the homeschool family in mind. So it's kind of a 2-part reason. Number 1, it's written to the homeschool parent. It's intended to be used in a more one-on-one or small group setting, maybe 1-on-2 or 3. It doesn't have a lot of instructions in there for the classroom setting and bulletin boards and visuals and flip charts and teacher guides and all of these other parts. I love that so many of their options, as you'll see here, I don't want to give any spoilers, as you'll see here in just a bit, everything is like in one book for the elementary courses for the most part. You have the language lessons course all in one book. You have the math courses until you get to level 6. All in one book, and they're just written simply so that the parent reads through the material. There's no prep work ahead of time, and you go through it together with your child. There's not an endless number of examples and things to share in a classroom setting that then you have to sort through and figure out what you want to share, what you want to say with your child. You just read. You just read through the lesson, and then your child is good to go for their assignment. So I love that it's written to the homeschool parent for teaching purposes, but also it's written for the homeschool setting, because if you think about it, all those parts, a teacher guide, a student text, a student workbook, a flip chart, manipulatives, flashcards, all these parts that many homeschool resources use to present a lesson, all of those parts need to go somewhere. They have to be stored, and if you've got 3, 4, 5 pieces to each subject times 6 subjects per kid times 4 kids. I mean, where are you going to store all this, especially if you school at the homeschool or at the kitchen table? Where are you going to store all this stuff? It's just not meant for the home setting. The vast majority of Christian homeschool curricula is geared towards Christian schools. There's very few that are geared toward the homeschool setting and written to the homeschool parents. So that is definitely a second reason for me that I love, love, love master books, and it's the second part of that terrific trifecta. All right, the third part, or the third reason that I choose master books to use and that I feel I can recommend it to you all is because master books materials help me encourage and guide my child to help me, let me back up a little bit, help me intentionally guide and encourage my child towards a living relationship with Jesus Christ, to know him, to make him known, to see him in the everyday, to not separate Jesus time from life and every day. You know, like, okay, well, this is what we do in church, or this is what we do when we have our Bible study time, and but then this is the rest of my day. You know, there is definitely an interweaving going on, but there's more than that. This is the first curriculum that I have found where the relationship between the parent, the homeschool parent, and the homeschool child is intentionally prioritized, and with the goal of disciple making. So I'm not going to say that there aren't any other homeschool options out there that don't do that at all, because there are. But when it comes to why I chose master books, I think they do that better. And I think they do that with the other two parts of the trifecta. They do it more affordably and geared towards the homeschool parent in the homeschool setting. So I can find affordable options out there. There are some very cheap. I can think of some $10 workbooks that you could just go get $10 per subject. You could get everything you need under $100 and school your kid that way, and get library books and take field trips. I can find affordable options. I can find options written directly to the homeschooler. I can find options that are based from a biblical worldview and could be used in assisting me towards that relationship. But like I said, I do feel master books does it better than the ones I've come across so far. I can find all those things individually. I might even be able to find two together. I can find an affordable Christian-based curriculum that's affordable and Christian, but it's not written to the homeschool parent. Or I can find something that's written to the homeschool parent and it's affordable, but it doesn't have that biblical integration that I long for. So I feel like those three things are kind of distinctive to master books. You can disagree with me if you want, but those are my top three reasons. And I'm sorry to take so much time on that. You're probably like, get to the books, girl. We want to see all your goodies. But I just thought I've never shared that before. So I wanted to take time to kind of explain why you see master books on this channel, why I think they're great, and why we use them in our homeschool. All right, let's see what I got. So I'm not going to really go into detail with how we plan to use these. At the end of this little haul, I will kind of go over what videos you can expect where I'll do all that. But I picked up these. I've never seen anybody else get these, so this was new to me, and I didn't know they were this small. These are hardback, and these little books here, they're Tyner books. So if you're familiar with the Tyner Science series, it's the same author, John Hudson Tyner. These are little pocket-sized reference guides, little history reference guides. This is the story of In God We Trust, and goes into the history of money making and how we got that logo on our money. They're shiny, glossy, full color pages. The font is a little smaller than I thought from the preview on the website, but still good for me to read, which is, I'll be reading it anyway. So there is a little glossary in the back. I didn't know that. That's kind of nice. I can maybe use that for some vocab, but I will show you in a future video how we plan to use these. But I want to read the back of this one book just so you get the flavor of what this is. I'm just going to read just one paragraph here. This is the story of the Pledge of Allegiance, and it says, read the stirring accounts of good men and women who boldly proclaimed that God is the source of this country's many blessings. So That's going to be fun to go through this year with my son. I picked up It's Designed to Do What It Does Do. I am going to mess up this title all year, I think. This is a board book. Again, didn't know that. And I didn't know this. I have to show you guys this. This is so funny. It has these little cutouts and like the jiggly eyes flip to the side. So when you turn the page for each of the book, look, the jiggly eyes stay there and just become part of the animal. Isn't that cute? This is an animal book. This is, I'll read the back here. Read about the kangaroo, the raven, and the moose in this book that help us see that God made everything for a reason. So that's kind of fun. But there's also another little section in here I want to show you. There's this little box in the bottom. As you're going through and reading this, and if you can't really see that very well, can you? Do you see the little lines? There you go. Those little lines right there. It says draw along with Buddy. Buddy Davis is one of the authors, and they're going to add a little section to their drawing, and by the end, they'll have the last animal. It's very special that they're going to talk about. I won't spoil that, so you can just get that yourself and take a look at that. And again, I'll go through at the end how all of these are going to line up together. All right, I picked up Language Lessons for a Living Education Level 4. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that we are using Level 3 this year, and I have posted several videos with tips and tricks. One is like a half an hour long, and it's a full walkthrough letting you know all of the content, all the different ways you could use this. I will put a link to that down in the description below, and I will also have just a general shopping link where you can find all of these things from Master Books. Okay, next up, The Work of Your Hand. This is a hardback book, and I will let you know that there are free downloadable, printable activity sheets to go with this on their website, and I'm not sure, I didn't look ahead of time, I'm not sure if it's just the reprints of the pages that are in the book here or not. I'm not sure about that, or if there are additional activities. I'll have to look into that and see, but we picked that up. I also got God Created the Plants and Trees. This book here, I got the PDF version a while ago, and it didn't have this page in it, the full color page in it. At least that I saw. I scrolled through and didn't find, these colored pictures. But what these are, these little squares here, I'll show you. This is like a little sticker that you could peel off, and you can put it on the accompanying page. So this is the black and white page that goes with that sticker. You can put that sticker down here, and then your child can try and color, to match the sticker while you're reading the little information for the day. So I will, again, let you know how I'm going to use this and when you can expect a video on that. I got God's Design for Life for beginners and God's Design for Life normal version, standard version, original version. I don't know what they call this, but so this one here is geared for grades 3 and up, and I think 3 to 8 actually is what it says. I should probably look so I don't tell you wrong information. I believe this is grades 3 to 8. Yes, this one is recommended for grades 3 to 8. And I'll be using it with a 4th grader. And this one here is recommended for grades K to 2. And I'll be using this with a kindergartner. Okay, I also got Life Before Birth. So I wasn't sure what to expect with this book. I will be doing a full review of it, letting you know, of course, how I'm going to be using it. But I think in the times we live, this might be one to have on your shelf if you are really unsure about how to discuss certain things with your kids, especially if you ever plan to have them enter the public school system at some point. I would definitely arm them with that and God's Word first. Okay, next up, I don't know if this is going to fit in. There we go. I have to lean back. This is God's Big Book of Animals, and it is big. It is a huge book. I did not know that it would be that tall, but my kids love it because it's, I'm just going to show you one. Oh, not the ant page. I have the habit of opening up. When I did this flip through on Instagram, here, elephants. We'll show you the elephants. I opened to lizards or something, and it was like this big lizard eyeball. Okay, so this is the kind of glossy, full color, beautiful pictures that you can expect in this book. I'm beyond thrilled to own this. This is a great book for my kids that don't really like meeting animals in person, like at the zoo. My son is a little more timid around animals. My daughter would go up to any animal, but my son is a little more timid to go up to animals, and this is a neat way to kind of expose him to more things and more animals than that he wouldn't normally see because he's so timid to go up to the zoo and look. He can kind of learn about them here a little bit, and hopefully one day he'll be brave enough to go see the real thing. So that is my stack. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just briefly let you know what videos are coming up. Okay, so first off, I'm going to get this, and this. I'm going to do my next video that I'm planning, Lord willing, is a video with all this. Okay. All right. So you might have noticed a theme. We have animals, human body, and plants. Okay, so here's plants, and here's human body. Life Before Birth is human body, and then of course the big book of animals, and our lovely froggy book here, animals. So we've got lots of good supplemental books to go along with our life series, so our life course. So I'm going to be doing a video showing you exactly how I intend to pair up these resources, where in the courses I plan to do that, how much I plan to use. I'm not going to use, obviously, the full book of animals or the entire book of Life Before Birth or even the work of your hand, things like that. But I'm going to do a video next, again, Lord willing, just telling you how I plan to use those resources along with this course book, and kind of give you my overall plan for our schedule, because we are going to use the schedule a little differently than given in the Master Books provided schedule. So that is going to be a video. Then I'm going to do a video just on this book. If you have seen my language lessons flip through, it was like a half an hour. I'm going to do the same style video for this. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you the final projects assigned. I'm going to show you how you can do vocabulary with this. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to give you my tips, my tricks, and that video will be long, so you can just prepare yourself for that one. That one will be its own video. And then I'm going to do a video, one more for science here. I'm going to do a video showing you how to pair the Life for Beginners with the standard life course. So if you have a younger child that will be using this, you want to do things in tandem, I'm going to show you where you can find the provided alternate schedule that Master Books puts out. I will show you that on their website, and then I will tell you how I'm going to do it. I will kind of give you the flow for how I look for our year to go combining those two. So 3 videos on those science books coming up for you. Then, after I finish those 3, I will head over and I will do my big in-depth walkthrough of this book, okay? So again, I will show you how much writing is in this course. I will show you how you can do spelling in this course. I'm actually going to do a separate video just on how to do spelling with Master Books. I see that question at least once or twice a week in the Moms of Master Books group, and I feel like I have a good handle on it now. So I'm going to give you the skinny and tell you how you can do it, and hopefully a video will help you. Okay, so walk through and then a how-to spelling video coming up. And then the last video that I have in mind from this haul is going to be on these books. However, I'm going to wait until I get the other pieces, parts that I intend to use with this. Unfortunately, Master Books, well, I should say fortunately, Master Books is a growing company. They're always coming out with new things. But unfortunately, that means that some of us that are hitting a point in our homeschool plan and we're ready for certain subjects and Master Books doesn't have an option yet, we have to move on and pick something else. And I'm thrilled with what I found. I'm not sad. I love what I found, but it's not Master Books. So if you are following to see Master Books videos, there will be one upcoming that has these little gems in it, but the primary resource is not master books. So I had to pick something else, and I love it. I'm glad that my search took me elsewhere because I found another delightful company that I can support and use on this homeschool journey. So that is my stack. I'm excited about it. Like I said, everything there. Can I pick all this up? Oh my goodness. All this for under $100. So you can't beat the affordability of master books. They give you so many opportunities through their, like I said, their rewards program to pick up this stuff at a cost. If you need help doing that, if you need help figuring out the rewards program, how did you get all of this stuff for $100? How did you do that, Gary? I would be happy to help you. Just leave me a comment down below. If you are brand new to master books, you don't know where to start. Again, I'm not affiliated with the company, but I would be happy to help you learn how to navigate their site and know what they have available. I would be happy to help, but I can't speak, in an official capacity because I'm not, in any way affiliated with them. I can just speak to you as another homeschool mom who's very familiar with the company and the products that they offer, and just try and help you the best I can there. But I just want to be really clear that I'm in no official capacity at all. I will leave links below to the videos that I mentioned if you want to go check those out after this one. And I will also leave a shopping link. It is a referral link, but it just goes back into buying more of this stuff. That's all it does. It doesn't come in the form of monetary commission. It comes in the form of credit to buy other books. So if you like this video and want to see more, if you're excited to see the videos that I mentioned, please consider subscribing and joining me back here for those other videos. And I will catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.